Hey there. I bet you've been sitting at your desk working way too long today. Let's stand up and take a little break. No mat needed, and whatever clothes you're wearing are going to be just fine for this short sequence. Okay? We're going to take about a 15-minute break from your work. This little rejuvenation will help you be more productive in the long run. All right, so let's find ourselves standing in mountain pose, feet about hip width apart, knees unlocked, standing nice and tall. So roll the shoulders back and bring the palms facing forward. And then I want you to focus on taking some really deep breaths here. When we're stressed, we tend to breathe a little shallowly, so we want to really fill ourselves with air. Great job. Just a few more like that. Okay, if your eyes are closed, let's open them up. You relax your arms, palms facing toward you. We're going to go into some shoulder circles. So I want you to bring your shoulders up and back. Okay? We're going to counteract the little hunch we get when we've been working too long at a desk. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, one more back. And then let's just do a cobble forward. Last one. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into some side stretches. So you can choose to put your non-reaching arm on your hip, or you can just let it dangle. Let's inhale, bring that right arm up. Exhale, reach it over to the left. Inhale, come back up, switching sides. Exhale, left arm reaches to your right. All right, so go side to side, following your breath. Feeling that stretch along the side of your body. And getting some movement side to side in the spine. How's it feel? All right, finish up the round that you're on. And we'll come back to standing. Okay, then we're going to go into a little twist. So I want you to bring both arms straight out in front of you, palms facing each other. Inhale here. Exhale, twist your torso to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, torso to the left. Okay, watch that your hips stay facing forward. Inhale, back to center. Because they're going to want to twist with you when you twist side to side. But then it twists our knees, and our knees aren't really built to do that. So let's be really mindful of keeping the twist in the upper body. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist the other way. Okay, let's do a little bit more. Last round here. Back to center, great job. From here, let's bend those knees a little bit. Hinge forward at the hips so you can put your hands on your knees. We're gonna go into some standing cat-cows. So as you inhale, your butt's gonna kind of pop out in the back. Chest lifts and opens as we look slightly upward. Exhale, chin to chest. Round that spine, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, opening the front of the body. Exhale, closing it. Keep going. I'm just going to show you what it looks like from the side, in case you're not quite sure what's going on. All right, let's do two more. to neutral and standing. Great job. From here, let's go to some flowing chairs. So on my inhale, I'm going to sit back in a chair, bringing arms up by my ears, and exhale back to standing. Note that some people prefer to exhale on the sit and inhale on the stand. Doesn't matter as long as we're moving with our breath. Keep flowing from one to the other. Again, I'll show it from the side. All right, 2 more here. Beautiful. Let's step it up to the short, well, you don't have a mat. Imagine you have a mat, or you might have a mat. I'm going to step to one edge of my mat, okay? And bring your arms behind your back. We're going to help stretch out the front of our shoulders and our pecs. Interlace your fingers, press down, and then lift without leaning forward. No leaning forward yet. Feel that stretch. You might not be able to lift at all. It might be down here. But as long as you're feeling a stretch somewhere in the front, you've got this. All right? And let's all bend our knees a little bit. We're going to hinge forward from the hips. Bringing arms up and over with us. Pressing those hands away. Great job. Let's release. Reach down toward the floor. You may be able to reach the floor, you may not. You can straighten those knees up if you're able. Just want to feel stretch somewhere along the back here. For many people, it's going to be up in their hamstrings. For some people, if your hamstrings are pretty loose, but your calves are tight, you're going to feel it down here. Next, inhale, let's lift halfway. So bring hands to your shins. Reach your head away from your bum. And then let's inhale, come all the way back to standing. Next, we're going to step our right foot back. Staying on the ball of your right foot and your toes. Find a deep bend in your left knee. We're going to inhale, bringing arms up overhead for a high lunge. You just want to look straight in front of you. Arms reaching up, hips sinking down. Great job. We're going to make a bunch of movements here. Front knee is going to stay the exact same. Back foot is going to rotate and come down so that your full foot is planted. It can be turned out a little bit to your right or a lot. Just depends on your anatomy mostly. And then arms, torso opens to the long edge of the mat, our imaginary mat. Arms are going to float down so they're parallel to your floor, in line with your legs. We're going to look over the front fingertips. Great job. Let's relax the arms down. We're going to straighten that front leg. Lift up your toes on your left foot and rotate them 90 degrees so they are facing the long edge of your imaginary mat. And your back foot or your right leg is going to face that same imaginary line. So you may have to adjust it, or it might have been all the way fully out to 90 degrees. All right, so we're standing with our legs pretty wide. We're going to do a wide leg forward fold here. First, we're going to power pose. So let's bring our hands to our hips. Roll those shoulders back. Stand nice and proud. All right, and then let's fold it forward. So hinging from the hips as much as you can. And if it feels okay for your spine, you can round the spine, relax your arms so they reach toward the floor, or maybe grab opposite elbows. And if you're grabbing opposite elbows, let's just swing gently a little bit from side to side. Fantastic. Let's bring hands back up to our hips as we lift halfway, really reaching head away from bum again. And then rotate up from the hips to standing. Beautiful. We're going to head to warrior two on our opposite side. So right toes, we're going to lift up the toes, pivot on the heel. We're going to rotate those toes about 90 degrees. And drop them back down. So they'll be facing the opposite direction that we did our first warrior two on. Okay? So deep bend in that right knee. Your left foot can stay where it is, or if that's a little uncomfortable, you can rotate those toes in a little bit. Okay? And we're going to float the arms up, reaching forward and back again. Looking over those front fingertips, you want your shoulders stacked directly over your hips. Warrior two. Let's see if we can make a really smooth transition to high lunge on this side. So your back foot's going to pivot, come up on your toes so they're facing the same direction as your right toes. Back arm is going to swoop to the front, so both arms are reaching in front of you. And then we'll take them up overhead, sinking through the hips, reaching up through the arms. Deep bend in your right knee. Let's relax those arms down. We're going to step our feet together. Right? I'm just going to take a step back so I am in the center of the video. But we are going to do a little back stretch, or I guess a back bend. It's really going to stretch the front of your body. We're going to take hands to our low back. So we're going to place our hands facing down on our sacrum. We could put fists on our sacrum. Or you could wrap your hands around your low ribs to remind you where we kind of bend from here. Right? Any of those positions will work. Let's inhale, lengthening the spine. We always want to lengthen before we arch. And exhale, let's take it back. Only bend as far back as feels okay for your back. You can let your head drop back. Or keep your chin tucked like you're holding an orange underneath your chin. Let's inhale, come up nice and tall again. Release those arms down. Let's wiggle everything out. It's good to be goofy once in a while. All right. Let's find that beautiful mountain pose that we started today with. Shoulders back, palms forward. I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. Tuning back into your body and those nice deep breaths. Congratulations on taking a little time out for yourself during your hectic workday. Now let's open the eyes. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Palms together, let's bring them down to your hearts. Great job taking care of yourself. Thank you for joining me for this session. I wish you peace, love, and for today, some productivity. All right, you're all set now to get back to work if you need to. Otherwise, head on out and have a fabulous day.